Funding for this edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been provided by NJM Insurance Group, serving New Jersey's drivers, homeowners, and business owners for more than 100 years. Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey, here when you need us most. The Port Authority of New York and New Jersey, moving the region through air, land, rail, and sea. PNC Foundation. The Northward Center. Prudential Financial, the New Jersey Economic Development Authority, New Jersey Sharing Network, and by the Russell Berry Foundation, making a difference. Promotional support provided by NJ.com, keeping communities informed and connected. And by New Jersey Monthly, the magazine of the Garden State, available at newsstands.
This is One-on-One. I'm an equal American just like you are.
The way we change presidents in this country is by voting.
A quartet is already a John. It's just the new John.
January 6th was not some sort of violent, crazy outlier.
I don't care how good you are or how good you think you are, there is always something to learn.
I mean, what other country sends comedians over to embedded military to make them feel better?
People call me because they feel nobody's paying attention.
It's not all about memorizing and getting information. It's what you do with that information.
Start talking right now.
Such a good question. High five.
Hi, everyone. Steve Adubato. I'm here with my colleague, the co-anchor of Remember Them, and the executive producer of that program as well. Jacqui Tricarico is with me, along with our good friend Steve Edwards, who is the president of the Foundation for the New Jersey Hall of Fame Board of Trustees. Steve, how we doing?
Very good, Steve. It's always good to be with you and Jackie, and we appreciate the great coverage you provide. You do everything for New Jersey every week of the year, you and your team, and we're very grateful for that.
Well, again, this is part two of a two-parter, celebrating, recognizing, and showing folks what the induction ceremony. Steve, what was the date again? The induction ceremony at New Jersey Performing Arts Center?
It was October 29th.
October 29th, Jackie's there on the red carpet with me and on our great team, speaking of teams, setting things up. You're about to see a whole range of interviews with people on the red carpet. But Steve, talk to us about this. It takes a great team to make that night and the entire year of the Hall of Fame happen. Tee it up for your team.
Yeah, listen, there's so many moving pieces to an induction ceremony. You know, we're unveiling our Entertainment Learning Center at American Dream next spring to build that. And then I'm sure a lot of your viewers are seeing the posters up at the airport and the Parkway. We renamed service areas on the Parkway after many of our inductees. It takes a team to do that. And I just love our team. They're the best in the business. I'm grateful to our team for everything they do. And I know you are of your team as well.
Good stuff. Jackie, jump back in.
Yeah, and I was going to say, in line with that, yeah, it's the induction ceremony. We get to hear from so many of the amazing inductees for this year. But behind that, Steve, describe the mission of the New Jersey Hall of Fame, because it goes deeper than that as well.
I appreciate that, Jackie. First of all, on the induction ceremony, New Jersey gets put down a lot. We know that. I don't think any of us lose sleep over it, but it's not fun either to see our reputation impugned at times. Why not? And actually, I find it very ironic. There's really no state in the country that takes one night out to take pride in itself. And we've got so much to take pride in. We have so much greatness. I don't know, people joke around and say there's something in the water, but we really do export greatness nationally and around the world. So it's nice that we can take one night a year. Our ceremony is an annual type of an event, and it's nice to take pride in yourself and do that. But the mission, to your question, is celebrate New Jersey. It's honor our legends. But I'll tell you, more than ever, we need the last part of our mission in this world, and that's to inspire children and adults, for that matter, to realize their highest, best sense of self for the greater good. And so our inductees are heroes. They're heroes that can inspire children and others. They have wisdom that can help people, and that's really what the Hall of Fame is all about.
And let me just say this, behind the scenes, backstage at the night of the Hall of Fame, let's just say it's interesting, Steve Edwards. It's fascinating. He's laughing, because he's orchestrating this whole thing. Danny DeVito is emceeing the event. All kinds of people are trying to schmooze with each other, and then they got to keep the thing moving, keep the audience engaged. P.S. Shout out to Gloria Gaynor, who was absolutely fabulous, right, Steve?
She sure was. She's magic in a bottle, Gloria. She's just not a person who can get up and perform. I will survive. She's someone that has so much wisdom herself. She's so inspirational. But thank you for pointing that out. The ceremonies are so much fun. They make me a little psychotic, and they make those around me a little psychotic. It's really live TV when you think about it. Broadway, you're running by the seat of your pants. But I want to say, while we're on that, and this isn't the Mutual Admiration Society, we just put a sizzle reel together. You are one of the highlights of that sizzle reel. You did a phenomenal job recognizing your dad, the amazing man that he was. I had a chance to meet him a number of times. But you also really, so emotional to have your mom stand up and for you to praise her like you did. Important moments in an induction ceremony like this. So thank you for that, Steve.
And we'll
Steve,
see that. Yeah, we'll see that speech, Steve. We'll see that in this half-hour clip, as well as a nice interview you did with your mom, Fran, which will be at the end of the show.
Yeah, she said she needed more time on the red carpet. I go, Mom, we got to keep things moving. And I was honored. Our family. We have my sisters Teresa and Michelle, our entire family, honored to have Steve Adubato Sr., who passed away 3 years ago, plus inducted into the New Jersey Hall of Fame. For Steve Edwards, his great team at the Hall of Fame, for Jacqui Tricarico, our executive producer and co-anchor of Remember Them. This is part 2 of the New Jersey Hall of Fame induction ceremony at the great NJPAC. It's a guy who absolutely does not need an introduction. Tony Orlando being inducted into the Hall of Fame. How proud are you, my friend?
Well, you know, I was thinking back when this all started. The first time I ever planted my feet on a stage was at Palisades Amusement Park with Bruce Morrow, 1961.
Cousin Brucey?
Yep, Cousin Brucey, who is my colleague now, my man over at WABC Radio. But the first time I ever worked for an audience in my life was at Palisades Amusement Park, right up there near Fort Lee. I'll never forget it. And to think that it's gone full circle now, my feet are planted right here in this incredible, magical garden in which so many greats have been inducted. It's humbling. It's absolutely humbling.
Where does this fit, Tony, in all the honors that you've had, all the hits, TV, music, entertainment, now on the radio, WABC? Where does this fit?
Oh, top of the list without...
The Hall of Fame, New Jersey Hall of Fame.
Oh, without a question of a doubt, because it's where the dream began. Wherever the dream began, you never need to forget your first, right? Yeah. So you never forget your first thought, idea. I remember standing on what we used to call the tunnel cuts in Union City, New Jersey, which sits over the traffic as it enters into the Lincoln Tunnel. And I remember doo-wopping with my group, the 5 Gents, hoping that someday I would have been happy with 64 weeks, 64 hours in show business. This is my 64th year.
We're here with the one, the only, Tiki Barber. Tiki, congratulations on being inducted. We heard during the broadcast on CBS that your colleagues congratulated you for this. Yeah, it's a big deal.
It is a very big deal. And Andrew Catalan, who's our play-by-play guy, he thought it was the New Jersey Sports Hall of Fame. He's like, no, it's a New Jersey Hall of Fame. To clarify a little bit. And like they're proud of me. We have a great team, and they're big support. But going into this Hall of Fame is special. It's a lot of amazing names and legendary people that are here, and I'm proud to be amongst them. But it's really about the people who helped me get here, including my CBS team and my family. My mom is inducting me, and my wife and kids, and all those who helped me along the way.
To your other inductees in the Hall of Fame, you say?
I say congratulations. This is it's an honor for all of us. It's a privilege to be mentioned amongst the greats of New Jersey, and you own it. A lot of times outside of this state, you get a bad rap for living in Jersey, but that's just people who've never been here. I've never lived here, never experienced the people and the passion that they live life.
Now with me is Sue Wicks. You're getting inducted tonight into the Hall of Fame, New Jersey, Rutgers University. Very important to you and your career. Talk about that.
Well, I mean, Rutgers is everything. I think that them giving me a scholarship when I was a young girl and making me feel that I was worth it when I didn't feel quite like that, and just the education, the coaching, and the support of the community, all of New Jersey, that This probably doesn't exist today with athletes, but I was definitely taken in like a daughter of Rutgers and cared for, and then set out in the world. But that part of me, the New Jersey part of Rutgers, is always in my heart and my identity.
Your accomplishments on the court for Rutgers basketball, I mean, some of those records are still standing. How does that feel?
That's pretty amazing, to be honest. And I'm so glad that it's men and women for some reason.
Yes, and I should have said that.
So that makes me happy. And as a woman basketball player looking forward to the future and the success of Rutgers women's basketball, I can't wait till those records are broken. And I'll celebrate when we have the players that do it over the years.
You just saw Sue Wicks, the great Tiki Barber. Boy, could the Giants, New York Giants, use him. And Tony Orlando being inducted. Jackie, tee this up for us. These are the unsung heroes who were recognized at the Hall of Fame, please.
Yes, Steve, a couple unsung heroes, those who are doing really amazing work here in New Jersey. And those include Anna Diaz-White, who is the executive director of 180 Turning Lives Around, a really fabulous nonprofit that she's been with for 40 years. That's really looking and protecting survivors of domestic and sexual violence in our state. She's incredible. And also Michael Fuchs, who he talks about it in my interview with him. Immigrant from Cuba, came here with nothing, created a really amazing life for himself and knew that he needed to give back. So we'll hear from him as well. And Gloria Gaynor, who actually is the one who made sure that Michael Fuchs got inducted into the Hall of Fame. She was the one leading that charge, a good friend of hers. And we hear from Gloria Gaynor, who is also a past New Jersey Hall of Fame inductee herself.
So this is Jackie, our unsung heroes. They're not unsung anymore. Check them out.
Joining me now is Anna Diaz-White, who is being inducted tonight as an unsung hero. First, can you tell us a little bit about your organization?
Yes, so 180 Turning Lives Around serves victims of domestic violence and sexual assault. And we're based in Monmouth County, New Jersey. And we were the first battered women's shelter in New Jersey back in 1976.
So tell us what it means tonight to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, this unsung hero category. So amazing.
It's overwhelming and such a shock and a wonderful surprise. And quite honestly, you know, I would do this work, and I've done this work without being recognized, and being recognized is a little embarrassing, quite honestly, for doing something that you love and that you would do regardless.
Those are the types of people we love to honor on our programming as well. Those people who are boots on the ground doing the amazing work throughout our state. New Jersey Hall of Fame tonight. Congratulations. Have a wonderful evening.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Join me now is Michael Fuchs. You are being celebrated tonight as one of the unsung heroes tonight at the New Jersey Hall of Fame. How does it feel to have such a big recognition alongside so many amazing people walking this red carpet tonight?
It's a big honor. It feels very exciting. And I'm very excited about the whole thing.
Talk about your foundation and what it means to you to give back to the community here throughout the state.
Well, when we came from Cuba, we were very, very poor. In fact, we lived 4 of us in 1 bedroom. And fortunately, life treated me very well. I never forgot where I came from, and I enjoy helping people that I can.
And today, who are you most excited to see here as we induct so many new people into the 2023 Hall of Fame?
Actually, the most excited I'm about is somebody that was already inducted, Gloria Gaynor, who's a very, very good friend of mine.
Oh, wonderful.
So I'd love to see her.
That's amazing. Enjoy your night and congratulations. So nice to speak with you. I am so pleased now to be joined by Gloria Gaynor, presenting tonight to one of our unsung heroes. Tell me about him.
He is awesome. The most humble, gracious, kind, caring, loving. He's a great guy.
What brought you back to the New Jersey Hall of Fame tonight? Why was this important for you to be here to do this presentation?
Well, I nominated Michael because I've come to know him and to recognize that no one deserves to be here more than he does. So I'm very, very happy to be here presenting him tonight.
That's amazing. I didn't realize that you were the one who actually nominated him as well, and went through the nomination process, and he's being honored tonight. What is it about New Jersey? We have so many amazing people that come from this great state, so many that are being inducted into the prestigious Hall of Fame. What is it about New Jersey, do you think?
It's a wonderful state. It's great. It's beautiful. I love having friends come for the first time, and I get to tell them, you know, after they exclaim about how beautiful it is. Oh, yeah, it's called the Garden State.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's home, you know, and so much great talent comes out of here, and so many wonderful people. It's just a great state. It really is.
So those are some of the unsung heroes that were recognized, honored at the New Jersey Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Jacqui, listen, I know people have heard me say this before. Our colleague, Mary Gamba, and I talk about this a lot on Lessons in Leadership as well. No money, no mission. You're a nonprofit. You got to bring in money to make it happen. And the Hall of Fame, New Jersey Hall of Fame, is no different. We're about to see some interviews with some folks who are sponsors, underwriters, supporters of the Hall of Fame, right?
Yeah, we got to speak to a lot of those folks, including Hackensack Meridian Health's president and CEO, who Hackensack Meridian Health is a lead sponsor of the Hall of Fame.
And to disclose one of our underwriters. Go ahead.
Definitely a lot of synergy here with those folks like PSE&G, NJEA, Delta Dental, all funders and supporters of our programming, but also of the New Jersey Hall of Fame. So got to speak to the leadership of those organizations and companies and talk about why it was important for them to show up for the 2023 induction ceremony for the class of 2023 New Jersey Hall of Famers.
Well said. And also, a lot of these organizations are great funders of public broadcasting in our state. So those folks who make it possible, let's check them out.
Now joining me is Bob Garrett, CEO of Hackensack Meridian Health, a sponsor of the New Jersey Hall of Fame for quite some time now. Talk about tonight's event and why it's just so important to honor so many of those New Jersey people that are being honored this evening.
The way I look at this is Hackensack Meridian's mission is to transform healthcare, and tonight we're honoring so many transformational figures that have made an impact in New Jersey and beyond. So I feel that our missions are so aligned, and it's so important as we support our communities that New Jersey Hall of Fame supports those people who came from those communities.
Right, and speaking of those unsung heroes, the people who are boots on the ground really making a difference, a couple of those being honored tonight as well. Talk about being back here, first time in a little while that we've been in person. How's it feel?
It feels great. The first Hall of Fame that I actually saw, the first induction ceremony, was here at the New Jersey PAC. It was magical. I'm so happy to be back. COVID obviously put a little damper in things for a bit.
So many things.
But this is just great. The energy and the magic is back.
Now walking the red carpet with me here is Angelo Genova. He is on the Hall of Fame board. And I know Hall of Fame is a special place for you. Tell us why you think the Hall of Fame is just so important to the residents of New Jersey.
Well, I think New Jersey, as many of us knows, those of us that are homegrown here know that New Jersey unfortunately gets a bad rap. And I think that this is a place that we get to tout those in New Jersey have contributed greatly to our state, to our nation, to the world. And a place that everybody, as we say at the Hall of Fame, everybody needs a hero, and this is the place that we can identify those. So me and my law firm have invested a decade in the growth of the New Jersey Hall of Fame, and we're very excited about tonight's event. And we're excited about our museum and the prospects of having a place through the New Jersey Hall of Fame to tout New Jersey and tout the wonderful contributions of its homegrown persons.
We're here with the president of the New Jersey Education Association, our good friend, Sean Spiller. I'm here with my colleague, Jacqui Tricarico. Huge night, no?
Big night, big night. It's really exciting just to be back here, right? Do this again. But it's always, I think, really nice for everyone to see what makes Jersey special, right? That's what we're doing tonight, honoring people, but it's honoring our state. It's really exciting. It is.
And the NJEA and the New Jersey Hall of Fame. There's some big connections there, and you're working together. I was going perfect together. I should have.
No, Governor Kane might be in the house.
But there is a lot of synergy there in terms of young people in our state, scholarships that were just given out, essay contests that were just won by some students in the state. Who stood out to you?
Yeah, well, I'm excited to announce a couple tonight, so I guess I got to keep my lips.
Oh, okay. There's some we can't talk about.
But I have to say, it's really that synergy between celebrating what you can be and what what gets you to the Hall of Fame, but education, right? And at the core of what's such a big part of this state, great educational system, students who could aspire to be like so many of the people they see maybe get inducted today or before, and I think that's the cycle. Inspire that next generation, and that generation can then be.
So glad now to be joined by Rick Thigpen from PSE&G, a sponsor of the New Jersey Hall of Fame for quite some time now. Why is it important for you and the PSE&G team to support the New Jersey Hall of Fame?
Well, the New Jersey Hall of Fame is really outstanding to highlight so much excellence from so many different people in our great state. And we at Public Service believe it's our duty, especially at our foundation, in our philanthropic activity, to do things to highlight the excellence of our great state. We want everybody to love New Jersey. We want everybody to be proud of New Jersey. And the best way to do it is to look at the accomplishments of New Jersey.
Right, and we're doing that tonight. A really amazing class tonight. Who are you most excited to see?
Ooh, that's a trick question. There's so many of them. One gentleman I knew very well as a younger man, and that's Steve Adubato Sr. I worked with him as a young man working for Councilman Donald Payne at the time in Newark, and I saw the outstanding work he did at the community level, educating young people and mixing politics to make public service something that helps other people make their lives better.
Again, thank you to the folks who put up the bucks to make the Hall of Fame event happen, and also, again, the great supporters of public broadcasting. Hey, Jacqui, let's do this. This last one, I feel odd. I feel a little bit uncomfortable introducing it. So tee it up so I don't look so egocentric, which is hard to hide. Go ahead.
You know, Steve, it was really about your dad that night, too.
That's right.
Your dad being inducted into the Hall of Fame. I know you and the rest of your family, especially your mom, who was there that night and you got to interview, just so proud of this moment about 3 years after his passing, right? To be able to induct him into this prestigious New Jersey Hall of Fame. What were you feeling that night during that whole process? Because we were busy, we were interviewing people, but then you got to be backstage and you had a really incredible acceptance speech that will show parts of that as well. But what were you feeling that night?
So I don't know why I wasn't more emotional. I think I've cried about my dad a lot. I'm sure it'll happen again. But what I was feeling, Jacqui, more than anything is pride. My dad, fascinating guy, tough guy. He let you know what he thought, and he wasn't particularly PC, if you will, when he delivered that message. But my mom, totally different. So to be there with my mom, our two sisters, Teresa and Michelle, we were feeling a lot of pride, and I know my mom was too. So she was telling me she was thrilled when I introduced her, and she waved to everyone. She looked like the queen. She was going like this with her hand. Yeah. So that's it. I'm there with my mom on the red carpet, and we're inducting Steve Adubato Sr. Let's check out Fran, my mom.
Mom, this is the first red carpet you've walked.
Absolutely. Only it's yellow, it's not red.
See, she gave up the yellow part. Ma, just go along. It's the red carpet for tonight. What's it feel like?
I feel very important, like a VIP. I'm thrilled to be here with the family and everyone else. And of course, a thrill to have Daddy honored like this. It's a nice feeling.
So I have been asked to accept the award, the induction of my dad, and I'm honored to do that for my sisters, for my mom, and for everyone who he worked so closely with for so many years. Mom, for those who did not know Steve Sr., his love of Newark, particularly the children of Newark, talk about it.
Steve, well, first of all, we love Newark, and Steve had a love for Newark and the people living there that was unbelievable. People often said to us, why don't you move out? Well, no, this is our home. Newark is our home. We love it. But I know Daddy always wanted to make a difference with his life, and he certainly did, especially with the kids at Robert Treat Academy.
It's a great charter school, Robert Treat Academy, the daycare center. What about all the kids in Branchbrook Park who play on those fields named after Steve Adubato Sr.?
Yeah, not only the kids, but the people that... Don't forget, he was there well over 50 years in North Ward Center, and so many people's lives were changed because of his dedication. But of course, Steve, you know that he didn't do it by himself. He had people there with him. We're blessed.
She doesn't say this, but I am convinced, and those of us who knew my dad so well, we know that my dad never would have been able to accomplish what he did, but more importantly, make the impact that he did, help so many people, including seniors. My mom ran the senior program at the North Ward Center. If it were not for my mom, she won't say it. I will. It's a fact. Don't debate it.
I will not debate it.
It's the first thing we've agreed on in years. What was Steve Adubato's legacy? Why did he matter? Awards matter. Being in the New Jersey Hall of Fame matters. He would have wondered why anyone else had to be inducted other than him today. His ego was very strong that way. Who's David Chase? Tiki Barber. Want to know who my dad was? Started the Robert Treat Academy Charter School that my sister led for many years, my sister Teresa, the North Ward center, a community center, serving thousands of young people. You know who he was? You know why his legacy matters? Because there are young people back in the day, all the way in 1970, when my father started doing what he did, who were 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years of age, who were impacted, Newarkers. He was a hardcore Newarker from Factory Street and First Avenue, the old Little Italy. My dad loved the city of Newark. My dad loved the people in the city of Newark. While he loved being recognized and getting awards, he was committed to the people of the city, particularly young people. My dad cared more about the community he lived in. He was never leaving the city of Newark. He loved NJPAC. He loved the people in the city, particularly those who needed a handout just to help. My dad was a great man who broke a lot of eggs to do what he did. Some people were not pleased with him, but my God, so many people benefit from my dad, and the video you're about to see shows you just a snippet of who Steve Adubato was and why he's in the Hall of Fame.
October 16th, 2020, there was a photo banner of Steve Adubato Sr. and his family strung in front of the Victorian-era building, the legendary beacon of hope and education, the North Ward Center. This is what Steve would have wanted. No tombstones or funerals for him. It was from this building that Steve Sr. saw his role giving a voice to working-class urban residents, a daycare center, first-rate recreational programs, services for the elderly, and the first-ever charter school, the Robert Treat Academy in New Jersey, right in Newark. Education and public service for those with less drove Steve Adubato to be a relentless deal-maker, advocate, and champion, fighting for the people of the North Ward of Newark so they could have a better life. Few have had as large or as meaningful, long-standing impact on the city of Newark and the lives of the residents as Big Steve, said New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy. Steve, we know you are watching, and you are going to be very proud to hear this. Today and forever, you are a New Jersey Hall of Famer.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato is a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating 30 years in public broadcasting. Funding has been provided by NJM Insurance Group, Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey, the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey, PNC Foundation, the North Ward Center, Prudential Financial, the New Jersey Economic Development Authority, New Jersey Sharing Network, and by the Russell Berry Foundation. Promotional support provided by NJ.com and by New Jersey Monthly.
The North Ward Center continues to expand their services and outreach in Newark from the childhood years to the golden years, offering programs like preschool, youth leadership development, Casa Israel Adult Medical Day Program, our Family Success Center, as well as a gymnasium. And most recently, Hope House, a permanent home for adults with autism, supporting and nurturing our autism community, with Hope House 2 coming soon. The North Ward Center, we're here when you need us.